All right, well, let's go. We got a lot more questions coming in here. And some of these are little one-off questions, like Pat Evans just asked, do you have anything for nonprofit organizations? Yes, we do. We have people signing up their churches and turning their cell phone bills into donations, all sorts of cool stuff. Quick question here, too. I just got somebody asked, do we do this with tablets? Yes. Data through tablets. Yes, that's not a problem. We do tablets. But I guess, guys, we've had quite a few questions here. It's been an hour, so we're going to try to wrap this up here. I know we've got to tell you about this bonus scenario here. We tried to get to a lot of questions. Obviously, there's too many. I mean, if you could only see my other screen here, Ron, it's amazing how many.
Well, and that's because people are interested, and you know that's great. That's a great problem to have.
Well, and I'll be spending the next couple days getting carpal tunnel syndrome, responding back to everybody.
I'm glad you're doing it.
But yeah, we'll get back to everybody, and obviously we'll get your questions answered. But let's talk about this this bonus situation here. Well, Ron, let me just one more question here before we go. I got a guy from I have to ask this question because he's from where my wife's from, Shawnee Mission, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Alan Knight says, where do you see Lighyear Wireless 5 years from now? Why don't you talk vision real quick before we wrap this thing up with the bonus package?
You know, Eric, that is extremely important because I think everybody on this presentation needs to understand, you know, where we're going. You know, I mean, I see this business 5 years from now, you know, us having a minimum of 1 million customers or more. And I see someone in our organization getting a $2.40 check for 1 million times 1 million, okay, per month in residual income. All right, that's what I see. And here's why I see that is because look at what's happening in wireless. As you said, when we first started, there were, I think, 270 million customers spending $160 billion. Now there's 340 million customers spending $250 billion. So, and we're just getting started here, okay? So when you look at that and you look at, we have the foundation of the Verizon and Sprint network. We're in discussions right now, okay, with other network providers, so we can use their network. And I see the phone being something that you go and you buy from a Best Buy or an eBay or an Amazon.com, and you take it to the phone company that you want to use. And when all that becomes transparent, everybody's going to want to use us, okay? And we're going to have 1 million people across America as representatives with our company, each being a customer, each gathering 3 so their service is free. So, you know, the great thing about this company is we're not going anywhere, okay? We're going to the top, all right? I see myself, you know what, maybe I'll stop, Eric, in about 15 years. And by that time, my son will be 21 years old, and he'll probably want to get involved here and get after this too, because who knows, here's the crazy thing. I don't even know if I'll have this, Eric.
Is his name Ron Jr.?
It's Nick. Just keep that in mind. I'll put him in the cell phone well system, and in 15 years he'll be able to respond to your, no, in 12 years he'll be able to respond and sign up. Yeah. But here's the great thing. I don't know if I'll have this, guys, in another year or two, because it might be my watch, right? Or it might be my Google eyewear, or it might be a ring. I don't know what it's going to be. Okay, but I do know one thing: whether it's a tablet, a watch, a Google eyewear, or a hat, or whatever it is, it's going to make phone calls. It's going to send text messages. Implant. It's going to use data, and there's going to be a bill, and somebody in Lighyear is going to get paid. Okay, so that's where this company's going, guys. Get ready, because it's going to be big.
Right. All right. Well, cool. I think that's a good way to wrap up the question.